Welcome to the right place, your go-to destination for creativity, inspiration, and all things home and garden. Today, we're diving into something truly special: how to repurpose and refresh your garden using upcycled decor and creative landscaping, especially tailored for small spaces. If you're passionate about turning the ordinary into extraordinary, you're definitely in the right spot. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you never miss a moment of garden magic. This video will guide you through 20 imaginative ways to breathe new life into your small garden using items you already have, a touch of DIY spirit, and a flair for eco-friendly design. We're skipping the cliches and focusing on fresh, stylish approaches that will surprise and delight you and your guests. Let's turn that compact corner of green into a personal oasis with clever ideas you'll want to try today. One, frame it with Flair, upcycled window frames and mirrors. Old window frames and vintage mirrors can be transformed into charming, rustic accents that add depth and personality to your garden. By hanging an upcycled window frame on a bare wall or fence, you create the illusion of structure and space, which is perfect for small gardens. Pair it with a climbing plant like ivy or jasmine, and you've got a living piece of art that enhances both visual interest and garden symmetry. 'Mirrors, when thoughtfully placed, can reflect light and make your garden feel larger and brighter. Use a salvaged mirror in a weatherproof frame to bounce light into shaded corners or double the visual impact of your favorite flower bed. Just be sure to angle it carefully to avoid bird collisions and to reflect your garden's best features, perhaps a trellis or a water feature. It's an elegant way to repurpose and refresh with charm. 2. Charming crates and pallet panache. Wooden crates and shipping pallets offer endless possibilities when reimagined for garden decor. Stack a few crates to make tiered planters, or mount one on a wall for a vertical herb garden that's both functional and beautiful. Their rustic texture adds warmth, while the modular structure works especially well in compact spaces, allowing you to go vertical without cluttering precious ground area. 'Pallets can also be disassembled and reconfigured into sleek seating, potting benches, or even garden pathways with a touch of wood stain or paint. By customizing pallets to your garden's shape and style, you gain affordable solutions that feel high-end and personal. Add some weather-resistant cushions or potted plants between the slats to create a cozy nook that feels like a curated outdoor room. Three, light it up. Vintage lanterns and mason jar magic. Vintage lanterns can be brought back to life with LED candles or fairy lights, transforming them into glowing focal points that create ambience once the sun goes down. Hang them from tree branches or garden hooks, or line a pathway to softly guide the way. It's an effortless way to incorporate upcycled charm into your landscaping while also providing gentle, eco-friendly lighting. Mason jars are another garden gem, especially when repurposed as hanging lights or tabletop accents. Fill them with solar-powered string lights, sand, or even wildflowers for a whimsical and warm look. Attach them to wooden posts or hang them with wire for a custom lighting feature that costs next to nothing. It's the perfect blend of rustic elegance and sustainable creativity. 4. Clever containers, colanders, cans, and ceramic oddities. Give old kitchenware a second life by turning colanders, teapots, and enamel pots into creative planters. Their built-in drainage makes them ideal for herbs, succulents, or trailing plants. Arrange them on shelves, hang them from fences, or group them at different heights to add a quirky yet cohesive look to your garden display. Even rusted or chipped items can contribute to a garden's character when given a bold coat of paint or a distressed finish. Think of them as storytelling pieces, each one bringing a bit of nostalgia and style to your space. It's not just about saving money. It's about giving forgotten objects new life and making your garden truly one of a kind. Five, sculpt your space, salvaged wood and garden art installations. Reclaimed wood offers the perfect medium for DIY garden sculptures, trellises, and even edging for your flower beds. Sanded and sealed, it can bring a warm, weathered texture that blends beautifully with greenery. Create geometric wall panels, low benches, or minimalist garden dividers that add structure without overwhelming your small space. Incorporating upcycled sculptural elements, like abstract metal pieces or hanging mobiles made from salvaged materials, gives your garden an artistic flair. These features draw the eye upward and make great use of vertical space. Whether it's a wind chime made from spoons or a garden totem made from stacked ceramics, each piece becomes a visual story that transforms your outdoor area into a living gallery. Six, hanging in style, upcycled ladders and fabric accents. An old wooden ladder can be turned into a stunning vertical display for small gardens, perfect for showcasing trailing plants, hanging baskets, or decorative lanterns. Lean it against a fence or secure it to a wall for a rustic, space-saving accent. Each rung becomes a mini stage for your creativity, allowing for seasonal switches or coordinated color schemes that refresh your garden throughout the year. Add a layer of softness and color by incorporating repurposed fabric elements like faded tablecloths, vintage curtains, or even macrame. Use them as privacy screens, canopy accents, or to create shaded corners for lounging. Fabric adds a breezy, boho vibe and introduces movement to your outdoor space. When paired with a ladder frame or pergola, it becomes both functional and eye-catching. 7. Painted to perfection. Furniture revival for outdoor flair. Small or outdated furniture pieces like stools, side tables, or even drawers can be transformed into garden treasures with a bit of outdoor paint and creativity. A bold color palette can energize a tiny garden corner, while soft pastels and neutrals help create a calming escape. Repurposing furniture not only reduces waste, but also adds personality and story to your outdoor retreat. Don't overlook broken pieces. An old chair with a missing seat can become a quirky planter stand, while a desk drawer makes a fantastic raised flower bed. With thoughtful paintwork and a few tweaks, these elements turn into functional art. They provide structure and versatility while staying completely unique to your garden's vibe. It's all about seeing potential in what's already there. 8. Tabletop garden charm, serving trays, bowls, and utensils. Repurpose serving trays and old bowls to craft adorable tabletop gardens or mini fairy worlds. These shallow containers are ideal for succulents or moss arrangements, especially when you're working with limited space. Add pebbles, tiny figurines, or driftwood pieces to create a low-maintenance focal point for outdoor tables or window ledges. 'Vintage kitchen utensils like ladles, strainers, or serving spoons can be upcycled into whimsical hanging planters or garden markers. Secure them to wooden posts or garden beds for a functional yet playful touch. These details show off your creativity and add a nostalgic charm that feels handcrafted and inviting. It's the little things that elevate a garden into a truly personal space. 9. Nature meets nostalgia. Repurposed frames, shutters, and doors. Antique window shutters and old cabinet doors can serve as unique garden backdrops or trellises. Prop them against walls or fences and let climbers like clematis or honeysuckle weave their way through the slats. It's an elegant blend of texture and greenery that transforms a bare corner into a lush, structured vignette. 'Picture frames, especially ornate or wooden ones, can be upcycled into open-air art galleries that feature moss art, pressed plants, or even miniature vertical gardens. Hang them from trees or arrange a series on a garden wall for a curated look. This playful approach draws the eye and adds a layer of refined whimsy, turning your outdoor space into a boutique-style exhibit. 10. Soundscapes and sensory touches. Repurposed elements that soothe. Incorporate soft sound into your garden by creating wind chimes or tinkling mobiles from repurposed cutlery, beads, or ceramic fragments. Hang them where the breeze flows freely, and you'll be greeted by gentle music every time you step outside. These pieces also add kinetic energy and movement, creating a calming atmosphere in even the smallest urban garden. 'Enhance the sensory experience further with upcycled water features made from items like teapots, enamel pitchers, or copper pipes. Even a simple, recirculating tabletop fountain using salvaged materials can bring the soothing sound of trickling water into your space. These elements aren't just decorative, they foster relaxation, making your garden not just stylish, but also soul-soothing. 11. Tin with a twist. Creative use of metal containers and buckets. Vintage metal containers like coffee tins, cookie canisters, and galvanized buckets offer a sleek industrial touch when repurposed as garden decor. Drill a few holes for drainage, and you've got instant planters that are both durable and full of character. These metal accents catch light beautifully and stand up to the elements, making them ideal for both indoor-outdoor garden transitions. 'You can go a step further by painting or stenciling patterns and garden-themed quotes onto the metal surface, turning functional pieces into statement art. Arrange them in groups for a curated container garden, or hang smaller tins from a wooden board for a DIY herb wall. With just a little creativity, these overlooked objects become polished focal points with rustic modern flair. 12. Clay and glass. Broken pottery and ceramic reimagined. Broken or chipped ceramic pieces like plates, tiles, or pottery don't have to be tossed out. Instead, turn them into stunning mosaic accents for your garden. Use them to decorate stepping stones, flower pots, or tabletops. This not only keeps materials out of landfills, but also adds intricate detail and color that feels artful and intentional. 'Larger ceramic pieces, such as bowls or vases with minor flaws, can be half buried in the soil to create planting pockets or water basins for birds and pollinators. Their reflective surfaces and earthy tones create contrast against greenery, while their shapes bring sculptural elegance to small garden corners. It's a brilliant way to add soul and style without spending a dime. 13. Step it up. Stair parts and banisters as garden accents. Salvaged stair parts like spindles, posts, and handrails can become bold structural accents when integrated into garden borders, trellises, or plant supports. Their tall, narrow forms make them ideal for vertical gardening, and their carved details add historic charm that contrasts beautifully with soft plants and natural textures. 'Try using a section of an old handrail as a mount for hooks or hanging planters. Spindles can line a walkway or act as quirky row markers in your raised beds. Painted or left naturally weathered, these elements help define your garden with unexpected elegance, proving that architectural salvage can blend perfectly into your outdoor sanctuary. 14. Signs of life, upcycled signage and chalkboard decor. Repurposed wood signs and old boards can become creative chalkboards or painted signs that give your garden a personal touch. Label your herbs, leave messages, or display seasonal greetings that make your space feel alive and curated. A simple board becomes a canvas for rotating inspiration, from recipes to plant care reminders. 'Use stencils or freehand illustrations to design your signs with personality floral borders, garden puns, or even quotes from your favorite authors. Mount them on walls, fence posts, or even the sides of raised beds for an interactive and playful vibe. These repurposed pieces tell a story and help create a garden that feels not just designed, but lived in. 15. Window to wonder, glass bottles and jars as garden features. Glass bottles in various shapes and colors can be transformed into dazzling garden borders, edging, or light-catching art installations. Bury them neck down along paths for a recycled glass edge, or use them as bases for garden torches with a simple wick and oil insert. Their transparency and color play beautifully with sunlight and greenery. 'Mason jars, wine bottles, and even perfume bottles can be grouped together and mounted on wood planks or rebar to create glass gardens that sparkle during the day and glow with inserted lights at night. These reflective elements add magic to small gardens, making every corner feel enchanting. Repurposed glass, when used creatively, adds a refined yet whimsical aesthetic to your garden's overall design. 16. Garden time. Upcycled clocks and timepieces as decor. Old wall clocks and vintage timepieces that no longer tick can still shine in your garden as artistic decor. Mount a clock face onto a wooden panel, paint over it with weatherproof sealant, and surround it with vines or climbing plants for a touch of steampunk elegance. Even in stillness, clocks add visual movement and nostalgia to outdoor walls and fences. 'Smaller pocket watches or watch parts can be embedded into stepping stones, garden borders, or mosaics. They act like tiny, hidden surprises that encourage guests to look closer and engage with the space. The symbolism of clocks' frozen moments in time adds a poetic layer to your garden, making it a sanctuary not just for plants, but for reflection. 17. Sink into it. Repurposed sinks and basins as planters. Salvaged sinks and ceramic basins can be transformed into statement planters or compact water features. Their deep structure and smooth surfaces are perfect for succulents, water plants, or cascading flowers. Whether it's a bathroom sink or a vintage wash basin, it becomes a standout piece that draws the eye and anchors your garden's aesthetic. Place the sink atop reclaimed wood legs or embed it into a raised garden bed for added height and character. A quick coat of enamel-safe outdoor paint can customize the look to suit your color scheme. Functional, whimsical, and eco-conscious repurposing a sink brings unexpected charm and utility to compact garden layouts. 18. Musical garden. Upcycling instruments as artistic focal points. Broken or retired musical instruments like guitars, violins, or brass horns can be transformed into enchanting garden sculptures or plant holders. A hollowed guitar body filled with moss and ferns becomes a botanical centerpiece, while a trumpet tucked among flowers acts as a whimsical accent full of personality and soundless music. 'Mount instruments on fences or garden walls to add an eclectic, artsy feel to your space. With a bit of weatherproofing and creativity, these items evoke emotion and storytelling. They're especially perfect for music lovers who want to blend their passions into one artistic, green-filled escape. 19. Drawer gardens. Repurpose dressers and drawers as multi-level planters. A discarded dresser or a collection of old drawers can be repurposed into layered garden planters that fit snugly in tight outdoor spots. By slightly pulling drawers out at different angles and filling them with soil, you can create a cascading floral display or a herb stairway that's as functional as it is charming. 'Dressers can also be refinished with exterior paint and sealed for durability, allowing them to withstand rain and sun. Top the dresser with a lantern, statue, or container garden to complete the vertical structure. These pieces bring character and storytelling into small gardens, turning forgotten furniture into blooming artwork. 20. Toolbox treasures, metal boxes and craft cases reimagined. Old toolboxes, tackle boxes, or metal lunch pails are perfect candidates for upcycled container gardens. Their compartments are ready-made for planting herbs, succulents, or colorful annuals, and their rugged design adds a bold, industrial contrast to your greenery. They're especially great for patios and balconies with limited space. With a bit of drilling for drainage and some creative staging, these once utilitarian items become elegant display pieces. Line up several along a shelf or mount them on a wall as hanging planters. The result is a garden setup that tells a story of resourcefulness and style, breathing new life into items once forgotten in the garage. Final thoughts: your garden, your story. From vintage mirrors to musical instruments, your small garden holds endless potential to be a living canvas of creativity, personality, and sustainable design. Every item you upcycle is more than just decor, it's a chapter in your story, told through textures, colors, and history. At the right place, we believe your garden should reflect not just nature, but who you are. If you enjoyed this journey through repurposed garden magic, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to The Right Place, and share your own garden transformations in the comments below. Let's grow a community of dreamers and doers who see beauty in the forgotten and possibility in the everyday. Until next time, keep planting, keep creating, and remember, you're always in the right place.